Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamie, an online fashion reseller. I sell on multiple platforms, and in today's video I'm going to tell you how I decide what to list on what platform. So if you watched me before or watched my videos, I sell fashion related items mostly. Now once in a while I will throw in something else. I've sold yarn, household items, whatever. But mainly I stick with fashion, clothing, shoes, accessories. It's what I love to source and sell. So that's what basically you'll find on all my stores. But with that, I don't cross post. And if you've watched some of my other videos, I always say I don't cross post, which I don't. I don't like it. I don't believe in it. But if you do, I mean, that's fine. But the only exception is if you see something multiple times across my different stores, it'll be something that I have multiple items of the same thing. That's the only exception. I don't take this one item and post it across all of them. I don't do that. So that being said, I do purchase all items: clothing, shoes, accessories, men's, women's, and kids, babies, everything. I don't have just one specific category that I stick with. I sell jeans, pants, shorts, capris, shirts, tops, sweaters, sandals, swimsuits, ties, suspenders, you name it, belts, purses, wallets. I sell it all. So how do I decide what to list where? That's what the video is about, obviously. I got a little rambling on there. So eBay is my first ever where I started listing years ago. So on there is like pretty much everything you can think of, you can really sell on there basically. So I tend to check there first. I sell a lot of plus size clothing on there, and if I have plus size clothing, I can't talk, that's usually where I sell it at. Now I do sell it on other platforms too, but I try to stick it on eBay because it sells really good there for me. And pretty much if I don't find somewhere else that I want to put it, that's where it's going to go, because I'm usually going to sell it on eBay. Poshmark, I try to put the little bit heavier items that weigh more on there, just because the way their shipping is, it can go up to 5 pounds and then 10 pounds and then on from there, and for specific price. It's a set price. It's not calculated like on eBay and some of the other ones. So if I have like a sweater that's heavy, or a winter coat, or a big pair of boots or something, or a heavy pair of shoes, I'll usually put those on Poshmark because of the shipping. And stuff that's a little bit more trendier, maybe that's in fashion right now, will go on Poshmark, just because that's, for me, that's where it sells at better. Stuff like that. Mercari is kind of like, I kind of put all kinds of different stuff on there too. But it's usually lighter weight items and less expensive. It's just what I found through years of listing on different sites of what works best for me. And that's what is working best on Mercari for me, is the lighter weight items, like a thin t-shirt, a lighter pair of jeans, just stuff like that. And it's not as expensive, of an item, because I don't know, people in there tend to not spend as much on stuff. I've noticed they do spend higher on stuff, but for me, that's just what works. And then I sell on Kidizen. If you're not familiar with Kidizen, it's basically all kids items, but they did add the mama or the women's category and maternity. So you can list women's items or maternity on there. It doesn't have to be maternity, it can be just women's clothing or shoes. So I do list stuff on there. I do have women's clothing, I have maternity, and I have kids clothing, shoes, and accessories on there. And Kidizen is for my my go-to if I have a kids item. That's the first place I'll check. I will check the comps. I'll check to see if that specific item is listed on there, how much it's going for. And most likely that's where I'm going to list the kids items. I mean, you will find kids items on Mercari and eBay and Poshmark of mine, but mainly most of them are going to be on Kidizen. And then I also sell on Depop. Depop is kind of more for like, you can sell like basically anything, clothing wise, shoes and accessories. But a lot of that on there is vintage and unique looking items. So I've been getting a little bit more into buying some more vintage items, which I never did before until I got on Depop. And I really love Depop. I mean, it's an awesome site. I do really well on it. So I've been getting a little bit more vintagey and the more unique items, like Y2K maybe, 90s, 80s items, whatever I can find. I do have modern stuff on there too, but that's just what seems to sell best on there for me. But it is a great site. I love it. I love all these sites though. Sorry, I'm like talking really fast and I'm like running out of breath. Okay, so then research. Anybody will tell you have to research your item. I don't spend a ton of time though researching. I'll pick out an item that I'm going to list and I will decide from what I just previously said, basically on which platforms I'm going to check real fast. Sometimes I'll check all of my platforms and see where I think it's going to sell best at. Other times I might check one or two. And again, I'll check to see, is it listed on this site? Is it, if it is listed on there, how many is listed? What's the selling price? How many has sold? When did they sell? How much did they sell for? And then go from there. I'll check to see if people selling them with free shipping compared to the price that I would list it with shipping. Because right now, I charge shipping. In the past, I have had free shipping on stuff. Sometimes I'll switch back and forth. It just depends on what's going on. So that's something else I'll check if the shipping is included in the price, because that will make a difference. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. But yeah, that's just like some stuff you have to check. And then, trying to think what I want to say. Basically, after I research real fast, don't spend a lot of time researching because it's going to take out your day, you know, spending all this time doing that, and it's not worth it. Spend a few minutes on each item and move on to the next one. If it doesn't sell, you can always lower the price. You can always move it to another platform, whatever. But do your research. And that's basically how I do it. Just checking prices, checking, you know, if it's trending, if it's like this size or this size. And that's another thing, the size matters on your platforms. You want to make sure when you're researching, see if you have the exact same item, but check the size. Does the other seller have the same size as you? That's something you want to check, because if it's not, then you don't really have to compare as well to that, because if yours is the only size medium and everybody else has a size extra large or a large, you might be able to get more money because you're the only one with that size of the item. So that's another thing. Check colors, size, the pictures, make sure the pictures are good. The title, that's other stuff you want to compare to other sellers. You want to have the best listing that you can. Is there any flaws on theirs compared to yours? Just stuff like that. And measurements. Always put measurements in your listings, please. That's something that drives me crazy. A lot of people, they'll complain, oh, I get, people asking me the list or the measurements and stuff. Well, people, want to know because a lot of times clothing shrinks or it gets stretched out. The manufacturers make different sizes. So you want to put the measurements in of your exact item so that people can compare to something that they already own and make sure it's going to fit so that you don't get a return. A little tidbit for you. So yes, that's how I decide where to list my items. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you heard about one of the platforms that I mentioned today and you're not on there, selling or buying, everything will be linked down below. And I have referral codes for some of the sites. And if you sign up with the referral code, you will get a credit to be able to shop, and I will get a credit. So it will help us both out. And if you have any questions, don't forget to put a comment down below, and I will be happy to answer. And just in the future, I post on social media all the time, which, as I said, everything is linked below. All the stores are linked below. All my social media is linked below. But I try to post like every week on social media for like tips, tricks, haul videos, what sold videos, just anything reseller related. All my sales, I post about those on my social media accounts. I'm always having a sale, so you can find a good deal. And if you anything reseller related, just check it out. All my behind the scenes stuff, anything reseller related will be on my social media. And I'm going to try to post on here once a week. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm going to try. But I really appreciate you guys watching all my videos, liking them, and following me. So don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up because it says you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll know what to make in the future. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.